Hi everyone, my name is Victoria and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about my trip to Animazement in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I'm going to show you guys some of the things that I picked up in the artist alley and the vendor room. Okay, so let's get into it. So first I want to talk about the cosplay that I did. So my lineup was Lolita Fashion on Friday. So here is my coordinate. I brought a few different coordinates, but I wasn't sure which one I actually was going to wear, just depending on how comfortable I was and how much energy I had. But yeah, so I ended up wearing this goth look. So I wore my Alice and the Pirates Vanilla JSK. I think that's the name of it. Maybe it's like Vanilla Corset JSK. But I wore that, and then I had a chiffon black bolero just because it was so warm during the convention. And I actually ended up just wearing like my silicone elf ears, which I sometimes wear just because I like them. And I paired it with my bodyline canotiere, and you can't see it in the photo, but I ended up wearing black lacy like calf or crew cut socks. I guess that's what the cut is called. And I paired it with the black Mary Janes I have from Sam Edelman, just because they're so comfortable to walk in, because when you're at a convention, you're doing so much walking. On Saturday, I was Mew Berry from Tokyo Mew Mew. So this is the reference picture, or reference pictures, depending on which ones I can find while I'm editing this video. But this is what she looks like. And for her costume, I modified some things, and then some things I just found and made them work for the cosplay. So actually, let me show you guys the pictures. So this is it. In this photo, I accidentally had taken my gloves off because we had just walked out, I think, of the vendor's room. And so I kept having to like use my phone and take my gloves off. But I did have gloves. It just doesn't look as good in the pic without them. But let's just break down the cosplay. So this wig I bought had super long bangs, and so I ended up like trimming it just to look like Barry's bangs. And then the ears actually have wire in them, and they are bendable. I didn't make those, I just bought them as is. And the necklace, or the choker, I did make. I ended up getting like ribbon and lace and hand sewing the lace onto the ribbon, and then using like metal jewelry findings to make the back clasp. The one thing I don't like about this is that I didn't have a jump ring large enough for the pendant, which I did make as well. It's clay, so I think I used it Fimo. I used Fimo. I was about to say Sculpey, but I used Fimo clay. That is the oven baked clay, and then I painted it with acrylic paints. And then I sealed it with, I can't remember the name of the brand, but anyway, so I did make the pendant, but it was too large or too thick for any jump rings I had. So I had to kind of improvise and use string, which doesn't really look that great, but I know for the next time that I cosplay. The corset, or like the top, I bought it from just like a cheap fashion place, and it was white. And I ended up getting Rit dye in the color Sandstone, I believe. Yeah, I think it's Sandstone. And I dyed this, and I only let it sit in the dye bath for about 3 minutes. And it achieved like this very pale creamy yellow color. And then, it was my first time dyeing stuff, by the way. And then I found the skirt, like the puff skirt, on the same fast fashion website, but it was already this color, so I didn't have to dye it. And then I found what are those things called on your thigh? Why am I forgetting what that is? Not corsage. Why is my brain blanking? Anyway, I'm gonna put the word here. I can't believe I can't remember, but I found that on the same fast fashion website. And then the boots I also found there. So they're very comfortable to walk in. And then the tail I also got on the same website. So this cosplay cost me maybe less than 35 USD. So yeah. So that's it. And then on Sunday, I was Nana Komatsu from Nana, like the manga and the anime Nana. But I don't have any pics of that just because it was one of my kind of like travel outfits. Like I was wearing like closet items so that we could travel like once we left the convention because we left pretty early that day. So yeah. I'm trying to think what other outfits I wore. I think that's about it. I had mentioned going to a jfashion panel, but when I checked the schedule, there was only one jfashion related panel, and it was on Sunday at like 3 p.m. And so we actually ended up leaving to go home at like maybe 11 a.m. So I didn't really get the chance to go. So if you went, sorry, I really wish I could have met some of you guys. But yeah, so if you went, I hope it was really fun, and I wish I could have gone. So there's always next time. So yeah, now I want to talk about some of the goodies that I got at the Artist Alley and the Dealer's Room. So Animazement is a larger convention than a lot of the smaller regional conventions that I go to. So this dealer room and Artist Alley was massive. It was exhausting to try to go through and see everything within a few hours. So I ended up going back multiple times and just looking at different parts at different times because I was exhausted. I'm just gonna go in no particular order. So they're all in just like random bags, so I'm just gonna kind of open them as I have them. So I ended up getting this fan, which is super cute. It's kind of fairy K-ish. And the bottom is the artist's name, Rap 1993. So she does a lot of like really kawaii pastel cute things. And I actually got this fan for free because I bought some pens from her and also some stickers. So I'll show you those in a second. But I'm a really big fan of her. I actually try to always go to her booth when she's at conventions because I actually found her through the ball jointed doll community in a way. Well, not the community, but through my ball jointed doll interest. I think I was at Anime Week in Atlanta, and I was just walking through the Artist Alley, and I saw a doll on her, like a ball jointed doll on her booth. And I'm pretty familiar with a lot of sculpts, including a lot of the more like small independent artists, like those type of sculpts as well. And I had never seen a doll with these features or that aesthetic before. So I asked her, I was like, hey, that's like a really cute doll. Like, what's the maker? Or I think I asked her who the maker was. I can't remember my exact verbiage. And she's like, oh, I made this doll. And I was like, you sculpted it yourself and cast it? She's like, yeah. Like it was this casual thing. And I was like, I was so impressed. I was like, to meet a doll artist in the wild is pretty rare. I feel like, especially in the United States, like just meeting a random doll artist, it's random. So I started following her on Instagram, and there is one doll from her I want, but the pre-orders I think are closed at the moment. But anyway, so that is to say, went to her booth, got this cute fan. It's actually a really nice fan too, as you can see, kind of like my hair is blowing in the wind. I'll go ahead and show you the other things that I got from her. So let me find them. So another thing that I got is this enamel pen that is like a side profile of, I don't think it's any particular character. Make sure you guys can see it. Let me put it in focus. There we go. I don't think it's any particular character that I recognize, but it reminds me of tieflings from Dungeons and Dragons, if you are familiar, just because of the horns. But I like it because it's very Lolita-esque, and it's very cute. And then on the back, she has these very cute heart pen backs that match the color scheme. Super cute. And then I also got from her this one as well. Look how cute this is, you guys. So this one is also very Lolita-esque, and I don't think this is an existing character. I think this is just an original design that she did. And the back of this one also has the really cute pen backs. So super cute. And then I got stickers from her that I didn't realize at the time were from an anime. I thought it was an original character design. I'm trying to find it. There's so much here, you guys. Oh my goodness. There's so many stickers. So many stickers, not enough time. Making sure I show you guys the right sticker. That'd be embarrassing. Ah, here it is. So, okay. This is the sticker. And I thought it was just a cute Lolita design. But apparently it's not. It's from an anime called My Dress Up Darling or something like that. I showed someone that was with me at the convention. They're like, oh yeah, that's My Dress Up Darling. And I was like, what? So I bought it unintentionally, but that's okay. I actually ended up buying 2 of them. So let me just go ahead and show you guys. Because I want to do a giveaway and I'm trying to collect some Lolita items to be able to like do the giveaway. So these are going to be, one of these is going to be in that giveaway. The other one's for me. I need to watch the anime though now. But yeah, so that is everything from the artist Rap 1993. And then the other thing that was inside of the plastic packaging is stamp Raleigh cards. So this is something new to me. When you go to conventions, sometimes, let me show you a really good example. Here's a good example. So sometimes different booths will participate in the stamp rally. So if you make a purchase there, they'll give you a stamp. And then if you collect all the stamps, you usually will get a prize, like a prize pack from, you usually have to go and collect it from one of the vendors. I was not able to complete any of my stamp rally cards. And this one's so easy. Look, it was only 2. So shame on me, but anyway, that is that. Okay, next I'm going to show you guys some more pens. So I do collect enamel pens and I try to control myself, but it's a little hard when you're at these conventions. Some of these artists, I don't remember their name, or I don't know their names, so I will be putting them at the bottom of the video. But I got a B grade Hamtaro pen, or a character from Hamtaro. I don't know if you guys know, but I really like Hamtaro. So I believe that this is not Pashmina. This is, Pashmina has the Pashmina scarf. Penelope. So this is Penelope, and it has 2 pen backs. And again, I can't remember where I got this one from, but it's a B grade, and I was just so happy to see like Hamtaro merch because I love Hamtaro. All right. Next, I got 2 pens from Kyoso Studio. So let me show you how it's spelled. Kyoso Studio. So this is the Soot Sprites from Spirited Away, and they are just so cute in this little gumball machine. And I love the color of the gumball machine too, with like that salmony pink. And then it's just normal pen backs. And her prices, or their prices, were really reasonable for their enamel pens. I think they were 10 USD each, which is very reasonable for pens of this size and quality, in my opinion. So here's the other one I got. So it's another Spirited Away pen, and it's Haku in a little cupcake. It's so cute. She has so many good pens. I really recommend checking out her shop. Okay, so I'm looking and I see that I have one more pen, but I want to talk about this artist. I want to talk about everything I got from this artist. So I'm going to show you guys their business card first. So this artist, I don't know if it's in focus. There we go. This artist's name is Vivian Tong, and I believe that her, and I'm sorry if those aren't the correct pronouns, but I believe the name of her brand, I guess you could say, is Sketch Beetle Art. And I completely stumbled upon this artist like by pure chance. I was with someone that was walking around, and they actually noticed the booth first. And she was there drawing. She had like a sketch pad with, like, she was using ballpoint pens, and like it was like so cool, like just watching her be able to like make art like right there on the fly. But her art is so surrealistic, and it's not like anything I've really seen before, especially at an anime convention, but just in general, to the point that I think that her stuff should be in an art museum. Like, it's just like it should be in a show. I just think that her stuff is just so atmospheric, and I really like it. So she did give me a ribbon, or she had ribbons, like these little con ribbons, and I think that this one is supposed to be like a fish scale design, because some of her stuff I think had like fish textures. But anyway, it's nice to get a ribbon. So she was selling prints, those little keychains that go on, like they're fabric keychains that go on just like a set of keys, I guess. Anyway, you know what I mean. And she was also selling enamel pens. So this is the one that I got from her. And it's like those clocks. Let me try to get it in focus again, sorry. It's like those clocks that move their eyes. I mean, it says cat clock on it. But the ones that their eyes kind of go like this, you know, and then the tail goes the other way. And what's really cool, I didn't show you, is that the tail does move. So it has this moving piece to it, and I just think that is so cute. And so, I'm going to show you the other things that I got from her. I bought quite a few postcard size prints. So I'm just going to show them to you guys one at a time. So this is the size that I got. And then I'm just going to show you the artwork. So she had some that are very Lolita-esque, or Lolita. And I've actually never seen this artist like in any Lolita spaces that I've been to. But I liked this one because it just kind of reminds me of like a cold winter's day. I don't know why. I just really like that. And then this print, I actually got 2 of them because this is going to go in the giveaway. So this one is very, just like that surreal vibe that I was talking about. Just kind of like distortion, and it's like looking into a puddle of water and then it just being kind of messed up. Like, you know, if you throw like a rock or something, like the ripple effect. Yeah, so I did get 2 of them. And I think this one is, so it's kind of hard for me to see as I show you guys, but I think she's holding a fish in one of them. So that's what I'm talking about, is just like calling back to those kind of themes. And then it also looks like a tulip that was ripped from the ground with the roots. So yeah, it's very like gothic looking to me. This next one is so cute. Oh my god, look at this. It's a little Lolita cat. Look how cute that is. I think that is adorable. She had other Lolita cat prints, but this is the one that I liked just because of the size of it, like the size of the cat's face, and then just the colors. And then I also got this, I think this is the last one, unfortunately, because I wanted so many, but it's just kind of like 2 hands that are kind of like a friendship. And it has like opposite colors, or you know, like when the colors complement each other, like inverted, the inverted colors. And I like that they have these wrist cuffs. She also was selling this in an enamel pen, but I liked it as a postcard. And she also gave me a ton of free stickers. So I don't know if she was selling these stickers at this convention. She just so happened to have extras. Like, they weren't for sale. I think she just had them. So I'm going to show you guys. I think that these designs might be able to be purchased maybe online. I'm not sure, but I'm just going to show you guys one at a time. Sorry, I'm trying to get them in focus. It's very difficult. So she tried to give me the ones that were very Lolita looking. This one's really cool. I like the hairstyle. Oh, I didn't realize she gave me the sticker that's the same as the print that I got. I feel like that one's really nice to give to a friend. Oh my goodness. This one, I didn't see this one when I was going through. Oh my gosh, this is actually one of my favorites. I want this in a print, and also a pen, and a shirt, and a tote bag. I want this in everything. So it's like two little Lolita cats. Look at them. Oh my god, that is so cute. I am obsessed with this one. And then this last one is so... there's an artist that used to do gothic art like this. Not Sakizo, but somebody else. But this one really reminds me of that, like, kind of style. But yeah, this one is so cute. But yeah, she gave me all those for free, which I think is super sweet. I might end up putting a few in the giveaway, so just kind of stay tuned for that. All right, and then a friend had bought some stickers from someone, and then I think they got some extra ones. I'm not really sure how they got the sticker, but they know that I like Nana, so they gave me this Nana sticker. I don't know the artist's name, so I'm sorry if you like this sticker. I can try to ask my friend, but they might not remember. But isn't that so cute? It's adorable. All right, so that was everything actually from the Artist Alley. So I tried to control myself this year. Luckily for me, there weren't any vendors that I'm aware of that were selling actual like Lolita items, like clothing items. So I was able to escape. So happy. I was hoping that Moss Badger would be there, but I think she was at a different convention. So I was kind of sad about that, but it's okay. All right, so I did buy two things. No, one thing. Yeah, I did buy one thing from the vendors side. So not the artist side, but the vendors that were like just kind of reselling. And so it's going to be these guys. So you're probably like, what are those? I haven't taken them out of the package yet. So I recently watched Frieren, and I am obsessed. I love Frieren. And I saw these cute little charms, like they were hanging from a string, and they had like several different ones with different facial expressions. But I wanted to get like the main group, and the expressions I chose, and I'll explain why I chose the ones that I chose. Okay, so here is Fern. Try to get her in focus. Come on. Of course it doesn't want to focus. So it's a very kind of unimpressed, deadpan expression. Because there was another one where she wasn't as unimpressed. But I really like this because I feel like it's very, like her character, very stern. You know, like very serious all the time. It's so cute. And then, I don't know what's on the back. It's like she's being held up by her outfit. Oop, I can get it to turn. I can't get it. It wants to focus on me. It's like holding her up by her cloak. But I got that one. And then Frieren. They had two. They had one with her normal face, like just her eyes open. And then they had this one. Where she is kind of sleepy. And I just think it's cute because I feel like this would be her. Like just very like dazed. And then Stark, Mr. Stark. It's so funny in the English dub to hear her say that. I can't remember the other expression that they had for him, but I just know that I like this one more. I think his eyes were closed, and I didn't really care for his eyes being closed. So instead, I got one where his eyes are open. It's my boy. There he is. Isn't he cute? But I just wanted the whole gang together. I normally don't buy like figures or anything anymore, but these are so small and unobtrusive. I can just kind of put them on display near my enamel pens. These are so cute. And I cannot believe that I just forgot to show you guys the last thing that I got from the Artist Alley. So I'm gonna go grab it. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I wanted some more like wearable items from the Artist Alley, and I kind of failed that mission except for one thing. So I was looking for shirts, I was looking for hats, and then I got this embroidered snapback. Well, it's actually not a snapback, I'll show you in a second, but it has a cute little chocobo and the little Moogle. Isn't that cute? So I am a Final Fantasy fan, and I saw this. I like that it was navy and then the contrast of the chocobo on it and the Moogle as well. I just thought it was super cute. And then I didn't realize when I bought it, it has a cactuar on the side and then also on the back. So it's not a snapback. It has like an adjustable thingy, but it's like queh and then Kupo. So I've been saying Kupo a lot, but I don't know if I'm able to put it on with this hairstyle. Maybe not, but I think this is so cute for more of like a sporty type of look. But anyway, I can't remember the name of this artist, but I'll check like my bank statement to try to figure out who the artist is in case you guys are interested in this really cute Final Fantasy hat. So yeah. So yeah, that was it for my Animazement kind of recap and the things that I got there. I'm hoping to go to more conventions, but we'll see. I have some like classes that I'm taking right now, and I'm working full time, so we'll see if I have time. I would really love to go to a Lolita fashion convention. So I've never been to one, despite being in this fashion as long as I've been in it. But I know there's like the Great Lace in Chicago, and then there's Bay Area K, or I think it was Ursa Major. I really want to go to that too, but that's on like the other side of the country for me, so we will see. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you all later. Bye!